forward whose defense is really his calling card. I mean, he's a better inside defender than you would think. I mean, his inside defense is as good as the 7'3" Boban Marjanovic inside defense. Yes, better inside defense than some big men, and that's shocking. And for me, I think that will be his calling card for us, as the internet is probably going to cut out on us again. Classic broadcaster problems. So, I think it's going to be pretty rough for us. I'd like to acquire another young star to put next to Isaac. I think Isaac could have a very, very high ceiling. I think the keys with him are going to be strengthening, getting him the strength he needs, but also just flat out getting his potential up. Using the untapped potential camp, which is pretty overpowered in this game, honestly. Has been since it was introduced. Trying to get another young star to put next. Ooh, strumming, as my voice fails me. I mean, I probably sound like a little kid right now, let's be honest. So I'm kind of looking for a huge center and physical height. Someone who could match up. While Marcus Gasol is 7'1", he's also 32, and I just dealt him away, so it wouldn't make much sense to bring him back. It would kind of just reverse the trade, and I'm sure you guys don't really want to see that. So, what I'm trying to do really is establish a culture here of guys who can play inside and work off that. So I really don't know what to do, honestly, to some of these players. Didn't even know we got Dwight Bikes out of that trade, but it's alright. Like Dylan Brooks, I really don't know what we do with him. This kind of the point where you guys come in and help me out here. Kind of try to figure out what happens with him. Trying to get, like, I don't know, Kyle Kuzma maybe. And if you read it in the title, we're having a nice big fire sale to start the season. So we're probably not going to be keeping very many players that we start the franchise with. I'd love to get like Gary Harris or something, start spacing the floor more. Or Jamal Murray, that'd be cool too. Miles Turner. A lot of guys like that would be nice. Go. Trey Block, Mike Conley. Well, let's put Chandler Parsons there as well. Target list. There's a couple guys I'd really love to acquire. Help us out with our development and all. I mean, Miles Turner is one of them. 6'11" guy, stretches the floor pretty well. Buddy Hield, of course, I like to call him Buddy Mania, but that's just me. Stretches the floor. Rondé is the exact opposite. Doesn't stretch the floor, but a solid defender, which sometimes that's really all you can require from a guy. I mean, allow him just kind of go out there, be a defensive liability for you. I kind of want to limit how many trades I'm doing per season, but then again, we need a lot. Alex Len, solid rebounder. Can't do much else. Which kind of sucks because I like Len personally. I mean, he's trying to evolve his mid-range game. He's a good inside defender. Good basketball IQ. Not at all a playmaker. Of course, Andre Drummond, he's basically everything that Len is not. Minus the whole, shooting part. He can defend in and out. He can actually make plays for others. He can rebound the ball. Has A+ potential. So good luck stopping that. Marketing would be nice to go with this team other than slap a bunch of young stars together with a couple picks and say go out there. If my mic sounds off, it's because since the last broadcast my headset has really gone awry, so kinda hoping it really doesn't mess with my voice much. He really came out there for Sacramento, performed. I actually didn't know he was 27th pick in 2014 before this year. I mean, it's kind of strange when you look at it that no one really played him at all. I'd love to have Jaylen Brown. Let's see if we can get him here. Yeah, probably not if we use Mike Conley. Probably if we use someone else. Nope. Absolutely no shot. This game. I'm thinking Mike Conley, Lowry Markkanen swap would be beautiful. Not just for us, but also from a Chicago standpoint. Maybe for once put a winning core on the court for once. That'd be nice for Chicago. I mean, it's been a while since they've really seen their guys play well. I mean, not really since Rose was actually somewhat decent. I mean, it's been a while for them. And I think this is probably going to be one of the last trades we make. I don't know, I might make one more. Chandler Parsons, second rounder for John Collins. I mean, that was a pretty simple deal. Really, 1-for-1. And one of the last trades is going to definitely involve Mike Conley. To who he goes to and what we get back, I honestly still have no idea what I want back for him. If I look at my targets, they're all still here. I think I'm gonna add one more. I like my eccentric point guards who can go out and light it up. We may take that point guard from Alabama. I can't remember his name, man. I don't feel like checking the scouting right now either. And I know you guys are going to torch me in the comments about it. If you guys, any of you actually really care, but I think you guys do. I don't know though. Let's put Chris Dunn in our targets. Do we just have some old washed up veteran here? Other than Mike Conley, we really don't have any veterans, so I'm just gonna put Marshawn Brooks on here. One player I really almost didn't know about at all until I watched a Funky Diabetics Son's MyLeague. Shout him for the inspiration. He probably doesn't even know I exist, so not like it matters that much. Davon Reed. This is actually a great trade for us. We trade Kobe Simmons. We get a minimal player we won't re-sign anyway, Daniel House. And we're getting a player that we're actually going to keep in Davon Reed. So now we get someone who, if someone gets hurt, I'm going to play a decent amount. I mean, I'm probably going to play him a decent amount anyway. Let me change my settings to where it doesn't automatically. So only after roster changes will that change our rotation automatically. I'll kind of go in, change it myself anyway, so not like it matters that much. I really want second round picks I believe can emerge as something. It's kind of what I'm looking for here. I believe Semi Ojeleye can be one of those guys, especially since he goes all the way up to a 73 when you move him small forward. Just watch this. One flick of the right stick. Too many flicks, whatever. But Semi is a 73 now. Already up, like, what, 5 points? Hasn't even played a single game. I think I'm gonna make one more deal and then hold the roster the way it is. I don't know why, but I really love Jordan Bell. I don't know what it is, but I remember in particular I watched the NCAA tournament and last year Jordan Bell played really well. And when I watched Bell, I wasn't really analyzing him. I was kind of, you know, taking it all in right then. Since we have Isaac, I'm going to go ahead and deal Dylan Brooks. But Jordan Bell, in my opinion, very similar to Hakeem Olajuwon in a way. I know it's pretty high praise for a second round pick, but I'm kind of going to go into depth about him. He's decently athletic. It's good post defense, good perimeter defense, can make plays for others at a decent rate. 8 for a big man. I mean, Bell's solid. I like him. And of course, think our last deal. I don't know. I mean, I listed the name as the title as Firesale. So I really, honestly don't know when my last trade is going to be for this first season. Because, in my opinion, my leagues get kind of boring. We're trying to see what we can get in, like, Dennis Schroeder. Lonzo Ball is near impossible to get. I've tried several times. I haven't played with him unless I controlled the Lakers. I don't even have the cap, so we can't even begin. I think here with Chris Dunn, we gain something and we lose something. I'd say both are pretty significant. First, for what we gain. If we look here, I mean, he's not a great rebounder, which should be expected. He's a point guard. But overall, he's very, very well-rounded. I mean, he's not a good rebounder, which shouldn't surprise you any. I'd like him to be a better athlete in terms of, like, athletic ability. He's got decent basketball IQ, good perimeter defense, nice playmaking for second-year player. I'd like him to be a better three-point shooter, but it's alright. I mean, he can score on the inside a decent bit. He can shoot in the mid-range a decent bit. I mean, he really can do everything. And that sometimes is the only thing you really look for out of a point guard. Be well-rounded, and then the coach really doesn't have to complain about much, because he can do it all. All when you need it most. Now the other thing, I'm not going to be greedy and acquire any of these big-time rookies. I want to get interesting players. Buddy Hield is one of those guys. If I look at the point guard, though, we'd be starting Dwight Bikes if we don't get a point guard in the trade here. Which is why I want Dunn, but Bulls are being a bit greedy. So I kind of have to look elsewhere. Which brings me some big questions. Burke, Moutier, both have red flags on their names somewhere along the way, but you know, this is the NBA and anyone really can emerge. Feels like that anyway. Feels like just yesterday we were talking about Ben like Markelle Fultz shoulder injury being like a big problem, then all of a sudden here he is. Draymond Green, again a second round pick, but look where he is now. I mean, he's reached star level. If he played for really anyone else, like, I don't know, Brooklyn, he would be their best player by far. Especially Brooklyn. I mean, Russell's good, but you're not going to really see Russell emerge really soon. Like, I think for me, that's really the big red flag with him. He's going to emerge, but not any real talent in terms of, like, you know, emerging right now. I think it's going to take at least till All-Star break for D'Angelo finally really coming to his own. I mean, or next season. Like, for me, that's just kind of how I feel about Russell. I mean, solid player, but I just don't know really what you're getting in that kind of player. I mean, he's a taller guard. Decent at everything. I mean, I think we all know that. I mean, he's good at just about everything. He's not great at anything, though, and that's why I kind of feel it's going to be a while for him. I think being well-rounded as he is, he's going to emerge. I just don't think he'll be at the beginning of the season. That's the only problem for me. Maybe he's a little too well-rounded. I mean, he could rebound, he could shoot, I mean, he does a lot. I really don't want to give up our first. If anything, that's about the last thing I want to give up. This trade works. So we're going to be sending Mike Conley, Dwight Bikes, Jarrell Martin, and two-way player Mike Henry. We're going to be getting Dennis Schroeder, Kent Bazemore, as I like to call him, Jalen Morris, and two-way player Josh Magette. Welcome to the team, all four of you. And for the coaching staff, I am going to make changes, big changes. For one, I'm probably just going to fire everybody other than Keith Smart. Fire Danny Brown. Hire a good scout. We're going to need one. I'm not going to be cheesy and hire Michael Stauffer. I'm actually going to go Jason Kidd here. He's pretty well-rounded, good potential as a coach. I like him. I honestly still don't understand why the Bucks fired him, but whatever. He's jobless now, so guess it's just kind of how life is. And we're going to make one final trade, and this is going to be our last trade, and probably where I end the video. Josh Magette for Demetrius Jackson. I might run a scrimmage or two. Okay, we do have a full roster. So this is what the CPU thinks we should run. Bazemore, Isaac, Drummond, Collins. Here's the bench. Oh crap. We don't even have a backup point guard. Hold on, I need to make one more deal. I'm sorry. I really didn't want to make one more deal, but the fact that we don't have a backup point guard is really, really worrying. Because I don't want Dennis Schroeder stuck out there all night long. Like, that's just spelling disaster for him. At some point, you gotta realize this guy is going to get hurt if he stays out there all night long. So I'm going to use Marvin Williams as a vessel to acquire a backup point guard. I'm not going to be cheesy and sign Chris Bosh. I think this Pierre Jackson guy could be very, very solid for us. Not great, but solid. I mean, I feel what he can do, bring us, you know, someone who could be solid. I mean, he may be small at 5'10", but what he can bring feels too great to overlook. I mean, with him, you get a player who's a good playmaker. Actually, let me go ahead and check his grades and all. Not a good defender by any means, but Schroeder isn't either, so not like it matters that much. We're probably gonna draft that point guard from Alabama, so it doesn't matter that much. And I'm going to deal Jan Mahimi, even though I just acquired him. Why? I don't know. Guess I have kind of a bit of a grudge against him, mostly because of that just enormous and unnecessary contract. Let's just dump it, get Bruno Caboclo. Absolute bust, but whatever. 20th pick. Brazil. And this is going to probably be the last trade right here. Move Nigel Hayes, power forward, to small forward. I've always tried to work like Jordan Bell at small forward, just because he's a bit undersized. Now that we have a backup point guard, calms my heart a bit. Now that we have one. I'm going to go 10 men into my bench. Let's go to system and proficiency. See what fits us best. Feel like Andre Drummond would be best in defense. Kind of want to see how everyone fits into the system. Isaac, he doesn't fit that well, and neither does Collins. But Drummond, Schroeder, and Bazemore would all be good with that system. If we ran out of 7 seconds, we'd be pretty good. I mean, probably gonna stick with pace and space though. I might run balanced. It's a ball control focus. So I'm really going to edit my playbook here. We don't have a single mid-range play. We are running out of the Bucks playbook. Oh no. Not like it matters, I don't call plays. So let's run a scrimmage. So you guys really can kind of see what we're working with. So if I go into this, alright, no Davon Reed, that kind of sucks, but whatever. So, I really kind of want to learn our team's strengths and weaknesses. It's pretty apparent that Deontay Davis should not be used as a three-point shooter by any means. I'm going to go ahead and switch teams real quick so I can really get a look at our bench. Then I'll change back to the starters. Semi Ojeleye, I really haven't used him much. I've used him more as trade value and rebuilds. So I really haven't seen what Semi can do. Mostly because that 6'7" height really doesn't impress me, but it's not too bad. I mean, Semi might be able to create off the dribble. Finds himself open, just not very good. Feel like we're gonna suck at shooting in general. Seems like egg shooting always seems to be a struggle. Pierre Jackson. Running low on stamina. Obviously, being a point guard, I expect him to create a bit. See, right here, Wayne Selden able to use ISO to try and score, but to no avail there. Semi Ajele again with great hands defensively. Not very fast, but when he can get up there though, that's what impresses me about him. He's not fast, but he seems to mask that with his amazing athleticism. In the whole, like, get up in the air regard. Andre Drummond contesting that one. Very good shot blocker. I know what Drummond can do already, so I really don't need to test what he can do. Trying to really see what Ojele and the bench can do. I know Len is... I accidentally unplugged my mic. Struggles. So Selden, Ojele, home team back on the break again. We get another steal. We're on the break this time. See right there, Drummond just basically ending John Collins' career. Which I don't like that Drummond decided to do that, but this is practice and injuries don't happen in practice. At least I don't think so. Hoping we don't get a Reggie Lewis kind of situation. Jackson, Len, kick it out. Trying to run like there's a shot clock, even though there's not a time at all on the screen. It's kind of a struggle for me because when I see the shot clock, I can really run out of that 24-second frame here. See, Drummond's playmaking in effect there. Only thing that really I don't like about him being a great playmaker is that hurts his ability to rebound. But then again, him being well-rounded is great. Right here, Selden, I don't know why Selden wasn't moving or why Schroeder wasn't moving. He just decided to make that lob, but whatever. Beautiful lob. Once again, but you see on that last play, Selden lobbing it up to Len, but couldn't go in for Len. Seems to be the usual. I mean, we're just failing as a whole. I mean, we're failing as one. Starters are failing, bench is failing, all the usual. We haven't really seen anything from Kent Blazemore as he tries there. Decent attempt with the floater. See what he was trying to do, but couldn't go in for him. Ojele with a beautiful pass over to Selden. We might be able to use Ojele as somewhat of a point forward. A wing who makes plays every once in a while. Kind of like Davon Reed. I mean, we have him on the bottom of our bench, basically. And Reed can make those plays every once in a while. Get like 3 assists a game. Aim nothing too special, but I feel Ojele can do a bit better than that. See, he's not suited for the low post at all, but see, Selden right here drives. He's really an isolation player. I don't know why he's still on our team, but whatever. Guess I got too lazy to trade him because I already made like 15 trades. So Pierre Jackson bringing it up now. I don't know why he's wide open, but whatever. We're missing a lot. Then again, everyone's missing on this roster. Goaltending on Alex Len, you don't want to see that, but at least it's an energy play. See right here, Andre Drummond using low block to his advantage. We're gonna run a lot like that. Just ask Drummond to post people in. That's how we're gonna get most of our points. Just kind of asking Drummond to post people in. Beautiful rejection. I can't talk right now. Whatever. Jale off the catch and shoot. Really, I think he's not a good shooter. Hold on. Let me check box score. Go to Jale. Yeah, he's not a shooter at all. Good to know. Let me look at the starters real quick. Look at Bazemore. Not a good mid-range shooter. Not the best inside. Not the best three-point shooter, but he's alright. I mean, good playmaker. Feel again, he could get maybe about 5 assists a night. I don't know. But I feel like Bazemore can be that second playmaker on the team. He probably will only be staying this season, so nice little pit stop up here in Memphis for him. Not going far from his previous team's spot. Seeing right here, Wayne Selden. No, Jale sucks at shooting, but I'm trying to knock down at least one. Because he keeps getting wide open. Like, only lightly contested most of the time. Garbage transition defense. But this really all about growth here. Selden layup. Think I'm going to stream this kind of until one of these teams gets to 30 points. So first to 30 kind of. Sadly, no free throw shooting or anything like that from the looks of it. Jackson now. Direct bounce pass to John Collins. That would have been good in a game if John Collins wasn't on the other team. There's 2 blocks in a row. Nice job by our guys. We'll do a stat check at the end of the game and probably call it under stream. And Len actually manages to get back. Nice job by Len, but he does fail to block the floater, but good effort overall by him. Jale wide open again. This time he connects. So, I mean, it's a start. I mean, Jale, not a good shooter, but, I mean, every once in a while, if you leave him wide open like that, he's going to knock it down. Again, garbage defense. You know what? 35. Whatever. Once again, Drummond in the low block, getting things done. I mean, I might trade for Julio Okafor mid-season, just kind of see how that works out for us. Just to kind of see, but try and develop him into like a defensive low post threat. Kind of make him like Bam Adebayo. Maybe like Drummond in a way. So when Drummond comes out of the game, we don't lose anything. I just want to try a 3 with Drummond, just to see if he can knock it down for fun, but you know, I don't really care about being that serious. I mean, it's a practice. So it's worth seeing what everyone can do every once in a while. CEO Jele. The isolation ball, like, we're playing well, the shots just aren't going in for really either of us. I mean, Bazemore just getting stopped defensively. Collins, easy jump shot. I could probably ask him to take threes every once in a while. See right there, Pierre Jackson with a great driving ability. For a guy his height, something really strikes me about his ability to drive in on people. See Deontay Davis trying to form a handoff play. Oh my god, how did Pierre Jackson grab that ball right here? I mean, Drummond can use his ball handling to his advantage on other big men. Deontay is a bit faster on his feet than most big men, and I think that's why he managed to stop that one. Right there, you see Pierre Jackson doesn't care that anyone's in his face and just knocks it down. That's what we saw from Pierre Jackson in college. Alex Len with beautiful defense right there. No block, but still pretty underrated defense from Len there. See Drummond drive in on John Collins, dunk on him because Drummond. I mean, it's what we know Drummond is to do, that kind of thing, just dunk on people like that. It's just kind of how Drummond is. I mean, right here you see Schroeder try and cross his way through. Jackson won't let him through. I like that he's willing to play physical, even though he's smaller than most of the other players on the court. In fact, he is smaller than just about everyone on the court, unless their name's Isaiah Thomas or Tyler Ulis. See right there, Ojale missing an easy layup. At this point, the misses are just starting to get ridiculous. Again, Pierre Jackson coming up big. Playing physical, contesting shots. Love to see that kind of play. Jackson, 3. Not good off the catch and shoot. We're going to have to work on that as well. Drummond really has underperformed, sadly. But, I mean, knowing we're only in a practice sesh, I mean, it's kind of expected. Asking him more really to focus on defense. Seldon loses it. Jackson once again. I mean, Isaac almost missed that one thanks to Pierre. More playmaking woes. Because it was a good pass, it just couldn't go in again. See, Len running the floor here. Good pass, Pierre Jackson. Len with a reverse dunk. This is starting to get good for us here, I mean. Len's playing well. Pierre Jackson has come alive. Hoping this is not just a practice thing with Jackson. I mean, he's playing really well for us. And it's only this practice here. Once again, Andre Drummond dominating on the low block. Figure we get looks like that, especially a Drummond. You gotta feel feel like he's going to get a lot of buckets that way. Kent Bazemore just knocks that one down casually. I mean, he was wide open, really, from the beginning. The late 8 contest by Selden doesn't really help. Selden's not making that one. Ujele gets the rebound. Wish he could have played better defense, but, you know, user control kind of on me, I guess. See Len again. All these easy shots are just clinking off the rim. Ujele again with nice defense. I mean, it's really how Ujele plays. Where is Drummond going? So we're gonna get to 40 and then call this a game. So once we get to 40, we'll call it a game, or whenever this squad gets to 40. So Len putting it in there. You know, I'm just really not confident in our inside scoring if there's 2 guys around us, since it seems to be how we're struggling. That time Schroeder just blows by everyone. Jackson or Selden. So the half-century mark will end this game finally. Finally decided on mark after like 15 things going on here. Ujele somehow making that one. I was definitely expecting that one to miss, but you know, just Ujele things. So right here, Selden defending Bazemore and actually doing a decent job at it for once. Drummond grabbing the board there. Just an easy board. Not a good pass at all by Drummond. But Drummond usually doesn't miss that bad with the pass. See right there, Ojele with another block, and just what, how, and why has Ojele decided now's the time to step up? I mean, I'm impressed. Like, Ojele hasn't disappointed for me. Len can't ball handle, we just found that out there. I mean, Isaac's trying the final look. Trying his hardest. And once again, these 2 unexpected goats, Ojele and Jackson. Okay, so that just got knocked down. See the better opportunity with Drummond, we just jam it down. I mean, that's just Drummond's game. Get open, drive to the hoop, get a dunk. Easy points. I mean, transition dunks like that are just too easy to come by. A for Drummond. Ojele has to score a much tougher layup on Jonathan Isaac there. Good defense by Isaac, and I like the way he's able to use his length to block and challenge shots like that. But just Ojele just has his number here. More defense by Drummond. More passes here. Outlet passes for that matter. I know Drummond sucks at shooting, but it's worth trying to knock down one every once in a while when he's wide open like that. I mean, he's obviously open for a reason, but right there. Probably not the best idea to pass the ball, but we'll take the 2 points and just run with it. Jonathan Isaac had to get through some traffic to score that. Not the best defense. Wish it could have been better. See right there. Ujele, good release, wide open, just couldn't knock it down. I mean, guess it's kind of a factor of his skill all there, but I mean, I'm not going to get too mad at Ujele, because I wanted to shoot that and got good release, and he was wide open too, so I mean, not the worst idea in the world. And Jackson's 5'10", he's going to get blocked a lot. That's going to happen. It's how most point guards are going to get their blocks for season up. It's just by blocking this little guy. Teague's really starting to kick in here. Drummond dunking on everybody. Just a classic with him. Just dunking on absolutely everyone. Right there again, Jonathan Isaac in position. Low post artistry of Drummond. Again, not going his way. Beautiful pass by Ojele. Just couldn't be converted into anything. More good defense by Pierre Jackson. Eventually these guys are gonna blow past you at some point if you're 5'10" and tiny like Jackson is. Somehow Ojele just flat out just drops the ball out of bounds. Still don't understand that animation. But you see Wayne Selden right here. Too small to make it over or Bazemore again. So let's go ahead and take a look at your final stats here. See how everyone did. I mean, everyone's efficiency was just flat out awful. I mean, Davis shot 50%, but he missed 6 shots. Isaac was flat out awful. Basically, everyone was flat out terrible. Jackson, not a good at night. Well, practice. I mean, Drummond, just being Drummond. I mean, just doing Drummond things. If Drummond could play like this during the season, with this kind of terrible talent around him, I mean, he's going to be playing with the starters, of course. Bazemore, Isaac, Schroeder, Collins. But if he's putting up these numbers against starters with bench players next to him, I mean, no doubt the ceiling is way up there for Drummond. And if Isaac gets 12-12, 3, E1 nights, I'll be very, very happy. And on that note, we're going to end this broadcast. So I hope that part 1 creates amazing hype.